Hey all, Chester here. So THQ Nordic is still yet to announce or give us any more information when it comes to all those Nickelodeon games we've been waiting to hear about for well over a year now. I've held off making any videos about this as there wasn't anything substantial enough to talk about till recently. So if you remember, around this time last year I made a video talking about how THQ Nordic wasn't going to be at E3 for particular reasons, and how that was really disappointing. But it's 2019 now, and THQ Nordic is coming to E3, finally. So why are we excited about this? Well, they apparently have 80 games in development. 80 different games in development currently, with apparently 50 that are yet to be announced. So 50 that we have no idea what they are. And what better time than E3 to start announcing some of those, specifically one, cough cough, people have been waiting a long time for. So far, Nordic has teased 2 game announcements, which have been rumoured to be Darksiders and Kill All Humans related. But if they're at E3, they aren't just going to announce 2 games, right? When they are apparently working on 80 others. I'm expecting either a montage or a massive drop in announcements or trailers, as THQ Nordic has been buying up IPs and all that type of stuff for years now, but their rate of releases hasn't been huge in comparison to all the game licenses they bought. It seems like they've been building up, like stockpiling up to a large scale announcement, which this could be. So we may only see 2 announcements, but we might also see upwards of 5 to 10 if we are lucky. And if we are extraordinarily lucky, we will see some news on SpongeBob. Now, I wrote that part of the script a little while ago and I was like, meh, I'll get to making that video sometime. But then I was watching some YouTube and I decided to check out THQ Nordic. And on the recommended tab, I saw a few channels talking about this E3 event and treating it more or less as confirmation of a SpongeBob announcement. Now here's the thing, guys. I'm very excited for the opportunity to play through some of those games, but also to get some cool trailers and to see some announcements. But once again, it's important that we are realistic here. I am 99% sure that these 2 major announcements have nothing to do with SpongeBob or Nickelodeon. Why? Because they're licensed games. And the vast majority of the hardcore gaming crowd, aka nearly everyone who cares about E3 at this stage at all, see licensed games as the scum of the earth, because all of those terrible movie tie-in games we got back in 2005-ish. When everyone thought that that was a good idea. Also, Nickelodeon and SpongeBob specifically aren't in high standing with most of that generation, as if most of them are familiar with the show, they see it now as a shell of its former self, which is kind of true. So it's unrealistic that they have any interest in that. Which is why I'm saying, if Nordic has any idea what their demographic is and the type of people who care about E3, they will not make a major announcement for a HD remaster of some kids game. It's just the truth. If they do, then damn, that's a decision I would not have made, but I'd be extremely happy about it. My guess is they'll just drop a huge amount of trailers on the day for side stuff, not their main 2 games they'll be announcing. And Nickelodeon stuff will probably be included in that trailer drop. That's just my guess. Or maybe I'm underestimating the size of how many people are excited for this game, these game releases and all that type of stuff. Maybe I'm just, missing the thousands upon thousands of E3 fans and those type of crowd who are really excited for seeing some of this stuff. Maybe I'm misreading it. That's just my guess. Let me know what you think. If it sounds like I'm being cynical, it's just I'm trying to be super realistic here. We've been waiting a year since hope was last given to us, and we've been waiting much longer than that for these games to come back, so I don't want to start overblowing my expectations now that we're so close to the end. Hello, so this is just a little extra bit that I'm going to be putting at the end of this video, because I mentioned in the video how talking about the size more or less of the interest in these games, and that's something I've kind of battled with a little bit throughout these announcements. I was like, is this really beneficial to Nordic to do? Like, how big is the outcry for this? Because I've been involved in the sending them emails, sending Heavy Iron emails, Nickelodeon emails since probably like 2015, 2014. I've been, in this type of community. I've only recently started making videos about it because there were people like Fred5107, was it? Oh, 106. He was like covering it completely, but after he like kind of stepped back from it, I was like, well, maybe I might as well, just start cooperating a little bit and adding a little bit to this situation. So I've been involved in all this, but I've never really seen just like the size of how many people were interested in this. And I thought this could be a good opportunity in this video because it's all about how, if this is actually like going to happen at E3, is there enough people caring about it? And so what I thought about is what's the most like the quickest and simplest way to see the interest, and that is this tweet. And so we're gonna just talk about this for a second. So THQ Nordic and Nickelodeon bring back select game titles from the past. More information will be found here, and that just goes to the link. I've made videos about that. It'll be linked at the end in the cards and all that type of stuff, so check them out if you haven't seen them yet. So let's have a look here. 390 retweets and 800, nearly 900 likes, with 219 comments, and yep, so the retweets, likes, all that type of stuff. So there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people here, and a lot of stuff like this, just like, we will pay you to do this, thank you. So it's stuff like this, and just people, like probably like listing their stuff, Bikini bottom, PS4, I need, just all this type of stuff. I've never actually read through all these. I bet this is just going to be what my comments are. 99% of the people just like Bikini bottom, when I'm here like, oh well, I mean, I'd like to see the Jimmy Neutron Twonkies game, that was quite good, and yeah, Lights Camera Pants, that was quite good. But there's other stuff like this, like the Rocket Power games, like I never even think about, because I've only recently started watching Rocket Power again, so it's stuff like that. Then there's just a lot of this type of stuff and all that type of stuff. But anyway, so that's, for realistically, that's not a huge amount of retweets, and that was kind of the first time I saw it. It's like, that's not a huge amount of engagement. There's a few retweets. Yeah, again, I don't use Twitter that much, so I don't 100% know if that's a lot or not very much. That's not what we're basing off. We're basing off the rest of their account. So they have they've a lot of tweets, but 530 followers. Oh no, they're following that much, and 81,000 followers. That's more realistic. I saw the 530, I was like, what? I'm worried. But let's have a look at their most recent tweet, which was made in April 30th. So that's a while ago. So that's a good measure of time. This didn't just come out now. So this has been around for a while, with 24 comments, 18 retweets, and 79 likes, which is a lot less than this. But this is just a random little thing. This isn't an announcement for a series or anything like that, or for a game. So how about this one? So this is a release for a game, I do believe. We'll bring you 5 Days of Silence from Monday. Will feature daily. No idea what that is. Yeah. They release so much random stuff, I swear. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Okay, there's something about Dark Sides. I've never understood Dark Sides. I haven't played. Announced that Pride is now a member of the THQ family, and their masterpiece Gothic Risen Alex now a part of the THQ group portfolio. So okay, so here's another kind of game announcement partnership thing with 109 comments, less than here. 164 retweets, less than here, and 820, less than here. All right, so not as much. So that's already kind of giving you an idea. Okay, so, and it's not a huge difference, but it's enough to be like, okay, there's a bit of a. If I was the statistics man, I was like, all right, okay, people like SpongeBob here. People like SpongeBob. Yeah, and it's stuff like this, like the Fade Silence stuff. Like, nothing here. I haven't seen anything yet. I've been scrolling for a little bit before I record this. I haven't seen anything yet. I might miss something that actually has more views, more likes, retweets, and hearts than the SpongeBob Nickelodeon announcement. Like, maybe. I I'm sure if I keep scrolling, I'll find something like the announcement for like Metro Exodus. I'm sure they'll have 1,000 likes or something like that. But yeah, you get the point. You get the point. So there is a demand for it, like a big demand for it, which is why, again, I also think is incredibly unlikely that they have cancelled it or aren't doing it or anything like that. I see all these comments and people worrying about that. I'm very doubtful of that. I've voiced that opinion many times already. But yeah, so yes. That's all I had to talk about. Alright, bye.